tell you a little bit about myself and about art modeling. First off, it has to be that you're very comfortable in sharing your skin with others. Because when you have anywhere from 10, 30, 40 people, strangers, staring at you, you can't freak out. You have to walk out there with a presence and know that you're the man in charge, you're the man that they look up to, you're the one that inspires them to create. But this can be done by several different ways. Sometimes it can be done by just simple human anatomy, but I'm going to start off first by showing you a couple of different ways how I can inspire a student. One of the ways I find best for inspiring a student is by bringing a theme. They get the male nude figure, but they have a flavor to the pose. So by a simple draping, my scepter, a crown, all of a sudden I'm a royalty. And I can take a pose of thought, a pose of pain, a pose of anger, and hold the pose long enough. Students, artists draw them, they're quite happy. But then again, sometimes poses can be seasonal. Now, something else we do to bring a certain flavor of the season for an artist is like what I've done here today. You can see that I'm a big jolly Cupid, right down to my little heart arrow, my quiver, and my little wings. Something like this, it still gives an artist the human figure, but it gives it a flavor, it makes it kind of fun. And if they enjoy what they're doing, they're drawn into it more and they are more creative. So you can see, there are lots of ways that a model can bring a flavor, kind of a seasoning to a drawing session for the students, for artists to enjoy, to be inspired, to get more out of the pose. They still have the human figure, but it's got a little something else to it. And I call those my themed nudes. I do a Highlander, a barbarian, a king, a Viking, a Cupid. I have a wonderful devil I do around Halloween. But mostly what I do, and the greatest amount of what I do, is the nude modeling. I got into it when I lost a bet. A friend of mine was taking classes at a local college for welding. I was teasing her, thought she wouldn't pass the courses at all, and she got mad and says, "Yeah, we'll pass those courses." I said, "Nah, you should be modeling." "Oh no, if I pass, you go model." Well, I didn't think she would, and so I accepted the bet. Sure enough, she passed the course with flying colors, and my modeling career began. Now, the very first time I walked into a classroom, surrounded by all these eyes looking up at me, boy, was I nervous. Fat guy coming to a class full of strangers and dropping his clothes. What the hell was going to happen next? Well, I took a deep breath, doffed my robe, put it on the ground beside me, and struck a dramatic pose. And I waited. What was going to happen? Well, there wasn't a giggle. There wasn't a smirk. There wasn't a guffaw. There was not a titter. There wasn't a whisper. Just the scritchy noises of charcoal and pencil on the sketchbooks, or the Conte crayons they use. They were drawing with a fever and a fire. I just stood very still. 5 minutes later, I struck another pose. And I held that pose for 5 minutes. And again, what was going to happen?